So, we're going to make a D-loop today. I'm surprised at the amount of people who don't know how to make their own D-loop, even though if you do it enough times, it's actually quite easy. So what you're going to need for this is a lighter. I like to use a ruler because I like to have my D-loops already cut. A knife, obviously, to cut your D-loop, and then a release. There is a tool made by Easton that you can pretty much tighten up your D-loop without drawing it back. However, I don't have it. So what I do is I just literally put a safety pin in my release aid and then we just draw back. So the way I like to make my D-loops, I like to make them a little bit longer. So I already have my D-loops cut. So pretty much I can smush up the ends of these with a lighter and make a mushroom on both sides. And then I can just literally tie it onto the string. But if you like your D-loops a little bit smaller, then if you get all of your D-loop material and make it, and then smush one of the ends down with a lighter, that way you can make it a little bit smaller. I'll show you how to do that, or when you would be smushing it down. Okay, so here's my old D-loop. Now, this isn't a good example of a bad D-loop. I could still get lots of shots out of this. There's just a little bit of fraying at the top, but you know, it's not gonna snap anytime soon. I just want to change it because it's not the right length for me. So what you do is you grab your knife, be very careful, and I like to run it like along the serving until I get to the D-loop, and then I just start slowly cutting into it. Obviously you don't want to cut your strings. That would be a disaster. Alright, so we've pretty much got one end off. That's being a little bit difficult. It's not a very clean cut. Alright, there's one end off. Yeah, I want you to know what side of the string we're on right now. So right now, we're on pretty much the side where the sight is, the side where the rest is holding. Alright. So if you look at this video and you tie it on this side, well then your D-loop is going to be on backwards. So make sure that you're on the same side that I am when you're copying this video. Alright, now with our D-loop, pretty much what you want to go ahead and do is fluff up the two ends so that you can see the material in the middle. Make sure that the black is kind of running on the outside and then the stuff in the middle, the white, is all around it. And just do that for both ends. You get your lighter. And this stuff, this D-loop material that I bought, it makes mushroom heads like so easily. I'm not sure what it is about it, but it just makes mushrooms every single time. Pretty much you take your lighter, light it up, and burn on the end of it. Now you should try not get any flame on your D-loop. Pretty much make a nice mushroom head just like that. Okay, so as I said, make sure you're on the same side as me. Alright. What I do, my D-loop, I grab the two ends and I put it on the far side to you and bring the two mushroom heads on the close side and then put them both over the loop you just made, and then on the one on the right, the mushroom head on the right, grab it and pull it. Then your mushroom on the left, it'll kind of want to form your first, I'm going to call it a seal. And you pull it tight. And don't worry, we'll tighten this all down with a release aid. So you can see we've already made our first loop. And that one's the easiest step. So, you got your D-loop. You have your first one on. First one is fairly simple. So you go around on the far side to you, then to the loop you just made, bring it through, then down on the close side to you, and then bring it through that loop you just made. When you have it through, if you pull on that, the middle bit, it'll tighten it up to get it to a point where, it's pretty much sealed. And I just like to pull it with my hand a little bit, because you pull it with your hand, and then if it comes out with your hand, that means you know you've done something wrong. And don't worry, every single D-loop that I've made has never fallen out. So if you follow these steps, correctly, your D-loop will work. Alright, so always for this part, I put a safety pin in my hinge, and then I clip it in. And what I do is, as I said, there is an Easton tool for this, but I don't have it. So this is what I do to tighten it up. I pretty much bring it to here, and I pull. I keep a constant pull there, and I let it down. And I can see it's tightened up pretty good. So then, pretty much from there, I just kind of pull a little bit more every time until I get back to full draw.